So here we are going to tick a bucket list. We are going on the Plenty Highway. We'll stay on it until we get to Tobermory at the Queensland border, and then if the Urunggandi Road is open, we'll be making a left turn there and heading towards Mount Isa. She's all ready to go. Our first stop on the Plenty Highway will be Gemtree. I believe the first part of the road to Gemtree is all sealed, and then from there on it will be unsealed. We have just come in a couple of k's from the Stuart Highway, and we started with a 2-lane road, and it is now a 1-lane road that we have to share along the way. They do have some portions of 2-lane roads along this stretch, this first 70 k's to Gemtree. Wildflowers growing on the sides of the road. There's all different varieties, and there's red, there's pinks. Someone took out some cattle. We've just travelled about 10 kilometres on the 2 lanes, so it looks like we're dropping back to 1 lane again. So we're around about 30 kilometres into the trip to Gemtree. We've arrived at Gemtree. We're going to see if we can check into the caravan park for a night or two. So it was all sealed road to Gemtree on the Plenty to start with. So that was 70 k's, and it was all pretty good driving as well. This is the reception area of Gemtree Roadhouse. They have jewellery you can buy there. They organise tours for you to do fossicking, and they also have a takeaway area. You can get seafood baskets, hamburgers, all that sort of thing. And in their deep freeze, they also have frozen meals. Fuel station. I'm not sure where our next fuel pickup will be, but it's great having it here. And there is also a pool over to the side. This is the Gemtree Caravan Park. It's 70 kilometres off the Stuart Highway, in the Northern Territory, of course. Over there are a few dongas that you're able to stay in. There is toilets and showers in that direction, and I believe there is toilets and showers in that direction as well. There's a few people in here. They've been dawdling in through the afternoon. We got here around about 12:30. The temperature was a whopping 35 degrees, so it was quite warm. You can have fires here, which is really good, but we're opting not to do that tonight because it's still quite warm at this hour. It's around about 6:15 at the moment. It's actually a beautiful time of the day. They've got dump station here water and power, obviously. There's non-power sites. It was $40 for power and water, and $15 per person for non-powered and water. So we opted for the power, of course, especially since it was so hot today. We thought we'd throw aircon on. It's really quite a lovely place. There's a few things you can do here, which is some tours for fossicking. But we missed that and we're out tomorrow. So we just got a bucket for $30 and dug away in there and found some garnets, which was nice. You can have camper trailers, caravans, big rigs, RVs, tents, and the wildlife comes out to play at night. We've been watching a few galahs and cockatoos. I highly recommend this place. It's actually really nice. This is the other set of toilet blocks that they have here, and it's all flushing toilets that they supply as well. And here is the unpowered section, and they've all got names on them, so you can find them easily, which is a really good idea. And the toilet dump is just over in that direction over there. And now,
thank you for keeping the flies away from me.
I know, they're really brutal at the moment, aren't they?
No, not at the moment, but they have been. I'm sure we can overly exaggerate, yes.
They are still brutal.
They are not.
They are too. They are.
Is there less than was earlier?
Yes, there is much less. We are all ready to hit the Plenty on our way to Tobermory. Gemtree Roadhouse is on the Plenty Highway. They have powered, non-powered sites and cabins. You can have tents, caravans, camper trailers, RVs. Most of the sites are pretty level. You can get drinking water. They've got toilets, showers and a laundry. There's rubbish bins. Dogs are welcome. A swimming pool. We had Telstra Wi-Fi. Campfires were allowed. The reception has takeaway food, snacks, jewellery, and you can book your tours through there. They have a dump station and a fuel station. We are back on the Plenty Highway, and the road has been changing between 2 lanes and mainly 1 lane road. It's actually been quite busy today. We've passed quite a few cars. Now it is my belief that the next 100 k's are supposed to be sealed road all the way to Jervois. Now we've gone, nearly 100 k's, and we have hit the dirt road. And we are still about 100 k's from Jervois. So Pete's dropping the tyres down to around about 35 to start with, and we'll just see what the road condition pans out to be. We've also got the airbags in the back of the car here, and he'll have a look at that as well and possibly drop that after he's dropped the caravan tyres. Pete's also going to drop the caravan tyres down to about 35 as well, and we'll make an assessment as we go along. This stuff's all pretty fine too, this filter. about 5k's into the dirt road coming from Gemtree going to Jervois. It is a little bit corrugated, but we have been on worse, and it's all bull dust, so no big rocks around, which are really good, which is really good. We've got a semi coming towards us, so it's going to be quite dusty behind here. May not be able to see for a little bit. A little bit more corrugated, so Peter's decided that he's going to take some more air out.
25.
Down to how much?
25.
25? Okay. While Pete's airing down, I'm just going to come into the caravan and make sure everything is where it should be. All the fusion locks are still on. All cupboards are still secure. Freezer is all secure. Fridge is all good. Everything's where it was, where I left it. Everything here in the laundry, bathroom is all good. Everything in its place. Brilliant. Yay. So before Pete dropped the tyres down to 25 pound when he was running at 35, the speed he was going at then was around about 40 to 50, did you say? Yeah. And now that he is down at 25 pound, he's travelling around about 60. And you want to be keeping that speed up because it helps the dust reduction system work efficiently when you're doing around about 40k's or more. So we turned off the plenty. We stopped at Gemtree Caravan Park and then continued on through all this sealed road. And this is the unsealed road that we're on, and we're about at Atitjere at the moment. So we haven't got too many more k's to go, probably about 10 k's to go before we hit some more bitumen. And then it's all unsealed from there on. This is the reddest it's been along here so far. Oh, we must be about 10 k's out of or west of Jervois. This is the Marshall River, and it really does look spectacular even though it doesn't have water in it. However, if they did have water in it, we wouldn't be getting down here to see it because this would be totally flooded. They've got black cockatoos flying around here. And here we are in the Marshall River free camp. They've got barbecues here, and I have a feeling ground as well. There's some bins here, and they have a water tank, but they only want you to use it if you need it. And some tables, chairs, shade area. It's really quite good. There's no other facilities here, so you need to be self-contained. You can have caravans, camper trailers, RVs, tents, and everything is pretty level. And Jervois is across the road there from here, and that's a paid camping area. We'll go and check it out tomorrow. The Marshall River Rest Area is a free camp, and it is opposite Jervois Station. You can have tents, caravans, camper trailers and RVs, but you must be fully self-contained. They have tables and seating. There's rubbish bins. You can have campfires, and they do supply the firewood. There is a water tank, but only use it if it's really needed. There was no Telstra reception, and if you need fuel, it's across the road at Jervois Station as well. This is Jervois Station. They have showers here, toilets, bins. They have fuel here. Pete's just putting some diesel in now. These are the trading hours for Jervois Station, and it's closed on Sunday, so be aware of that. And the little reception area is just off to the side here behind the houses. This is the Jervois Station campground. It's $20 per night per vehicle, from what we understand, for 2 people. They've got campfire facilities, barbecues. It's right on the Marshall River as well. They've got toilets and showers, bins, and a couple of little donga cabins just off to the side there. And a set of table and chairs. There are bins jotted around. You can have dogs here. That was Jervois Station. Very nice place. For this part of our journey, we started at the Henbury Meteorite Conservation Reserve. We travelled 19 kilometres on the unsealed road until we got to the Stuart Highway. We made a left turn onto the Stuart Highway and travelled for 126 kilometres until we got to Alice Springs. We stopped a couple of nights in Alice Springs and stocked our caravan up with food and water and said our goodbyes to Steve and Sheena. From Alice, we travelled another 70 kilometres until we hit the turn-off at the Plenty Highway. I thought I would zoom in on the Plenty Highway for you. So from the turn-off on the Plenty Highway, it was 70 kilometres to Gemtree Roadhouse. Now, this was all sealed road, but you did have to share some of it with other people because it went from 2 lanes to 1 lane. We stopped at Gemtree one night and then continued another 209 kilometres until we got to the Marshall River Rest Stop, which is opposite Jervois Station. Now, for this part of the road, it is a shared sealed road to this point here, and then it turns into unsealed road along this section here. But there were portions of sealed road along here as well. Now, for that part of our trip, we travelled a total of 497 kilometres, and that was from Henbury all the way through to Marshall River rest stop.